And as an integral part of the college, the English department has been playing a very important role in uplifting the accreditation of the college till today by nurturing maximum number of students year after year. One can visit our college website and know about the intake capacities of the department. Still, I say the department has a total of 48 general seats for English honors, 18 for scheduled caste, 5 for scheduled tribe, 5 for OBC A group, 3 for OBC B group, and 2 for physically handicapped students. Now, let me introduce our teachers. The department has 5 full-time experienced teachers. First of all, Dr. Ratan Bhattacharya, Associate Professor, Writer, Columnist, and the Chairperson of the PG unit. He will be talking today on the functions of the PG unit of the English Department of Damdam Motichil College. Next, Arundhati Rai, Assistant Professor. For some personal reasons, she is absent today. And I, Munmun Giri, Assistant Professor, presently Head of the Department. Next, Soham Mandal, Assistant Professor. He will be talking about the specialities of studying English at Damdam Motichil College. And Srimoi Mandal, Assistant Professor. She will discuss the course patterns of alternative English, that is ENGM, compulsory English, that is ENGL, communicative English, that is AECC, and as well as ENGG, that is elective general English. We have 3 state-aided college teachers also. They are NET, SET, and GATE qualified. They are Debjani Bhabai. She will be talking on studying English, its scope and opportunities. Partho Pratim Das. He will discuss honors course curriculum. And Animesh Bishwas. He will focus on the crucial question, why English literature? One thing that I must share with you, that you are to follow CBCS curriculum, that is choice-based credit system. Instead of grade, you will be given credit numbers according to your percentage of marks. You may ask, why choice-based? What is the significance of this phrase, choice-based? It means you will be given scope of selecting some courses as per your choice. For example, you have suppose you have opted for English as honors course subject. In semester 3, you have to choose one skill enhancement course. For that, you can go for any subject available in your college as ACC, that is skill development, skill enhancement course. Similarly, in semester 2, you have to study AECC, that is communicative paper. That for that, that is modern Indian language. You have only 3 modern Indian languages available in your college. That is Bangla, English, and Hindi. So you can select any of these 3 options. Okay. So this much from my side. Now I would request Partho Pratim Das to focus on the honors course pattern. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So while we are discussing about the course pattern, we have to know that West Bengal State University.
Partho Pratim Das.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself.
So I'm Partho Pratim Das, state aided college teacher, at Damdam Motichil College. And so while you are introduced with the course pattern of English honors, you have to know that West Bengal State University has adopted CBCS curriculum in 2018, and it is a 3-year course divided into 6 semesters. For the first sem, English honors, you need to study two core papers that are CC1 and CC2, along with one general paper of any subject other than English, and ENVS, that is a compulsory paper. In CC1, we have Indian classical literature, and in CC2, we have European literature. So in semester 2, we have CC3, that is Indian writing in English, and in CC4, we have British poetry and drama, which covers 14th century to 17th century. In semester 3, in CC5, we have American literature. In CC6, we have popular literature. In CC7, we have British poetry again and drama, which covers 17th to 18th century. In semester 4, we have CC8. In CC8, we have British literature that covers 18th century literature. In CC9, we have British romantic literature. And in CC10, we have 19th century British literature. Coming to the 5th semester, you are going to choose again 2 core courses that are CC11 and CC12. And now we have to, or you have to make a choice in the honors subject itself. From the 5th semester, you have no general papers or per subjects, just English. But in English, you have special papers which are called DCE, Discipline-Centric Elective, that offers you certain choices. You have to do 2 core papers and 2 DCE papers. In CC11, you have women's writing, and in CC12, you have early 20th century literature. In DC1, you have Old English, philology, rhetoric, and prosody. And in DCE2, you have literary types and terms. In semester 6, accordingly, you have to do 2 core papers that are core 13 and core 14, CC13 and CC14, and 2 DCE papers. The college will tell you which DCE papers are offered by the college, and you have to choose accordingly. In CC13, you have modern European drama, and in CC14, you have post-colonial literature. In DCE3, you have literary criticism, and in DCE4, you have partition literature. So much so for the CBCS curriculum for English honors. So now I would request Professor Debjani Bhabai to discuss about the opportunities and of English honors courses. Thank you.
Thank you. So nicely presented.
Yes. So wishing everyone present here very good afternoon. My name is Debjani Bhabai, and I am a state-aided college teacher in the English department. Thank you, Partha, for giving over to me.
Thank you.
So every year that we dedicate for studying a course, is like an investment, and we should know what our investment is going to give us. So investment return is very important, right? So my topic will cover what are the future scopes for studying English. Now, it is an established fact that English was introduced in India during the colonial times, chiefly for business interactions. For the Bengali Bhadralok, it was very important to learn English for communicating with the British officials. Later, it was introduced not only as a vocational subject, but also as a scholarly subject in schools, colleges, and universities all over India. Now, a lot has changed since the colonial times. The geopolitical scenario has changed, and but the fact is, today English has become our official language, and so many industries are dependent on the language for its survival. So it has a huge scope. Firstly, I can point you out. Firstly, it is for establishing oneself in the academia. One can always pursue research after completing their masters, and then they can go for MPhil, PhD, and postdoctoral. Secondly, one can always join the teaching profession. One can go for college service commission as well as school service commission after they qualify the NET, SET, GATE exams as well as the B.Ed and the M.Ed subsequently. So it has huge scope with regard to taking up teaching as a profession. Thirdly, English is a big requisite in the publishing industry, both in the online and offline sectors. Someone who has a very good grip on the English language can find himself or herself established as a content writer and also as a copy editor. And apart from that, joining the news and media outlets. So you can always open the newspaper and find ads like trainee journalists are needed. So there they look especially for good writers with English background. So English honors has a huge scope in that sector in news and media. And they can also opt for roles of news writers, news readers, anchors as well. Next, venturing in the IT industry. Now, in the present world of technology, information is the key. English serves as the medium of information in the IT field, where one has to interact with clients from all over the world who has got various linguistic backgrounds. So English serves as a link language therein. Every year, many renowned IT companies, I'm not going to name them particularly, but many renowned IT companies, they're always hiring English graduates and postgraduates in various positions to train the new engineers who join. So a huge scope is there, and also with good pay package. Next, the sixth point is becoming a writer. So someone might like to opt for a more open field, and for writing, English comes very handy. Besides content writing, one can establish himself or herself as an independent writer or blogger. Seventh point, going abroad for further studies or job. Now, this is very important for those who wish to migrate for work or to get admission in universities, colleges, or educational institutes of English-speaking countries. Particularly, it is a requirement to qualify the TOEFL, that is the test of English as a foreign language, and IELTS, International English Language Testing System. So these two are very crucial tests to pass. So if you have a very good English background, it's like a cakewalk. So English has got a huge relevance, why it should be taken up. A sound knowledge of English prepares one for following their dreams. So to sum it up, there are many more areas where the knowledge of English language and literature finds its utility. The range of applicability is always ever extending. Now, with a revamped and up-to-date course structure under the CBCS system, designed by the West Bengal State University, one can easily find employment scopes in the aforementioned sectors upon successful completion of the course. That will be all from my side. I will now give it over to my colleague, Animesh Bishwas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Debjani. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Animesh Bishwas here from the Department of English, Damdam Motijil College. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you all for achieving excellence in your last qualifying examination. Today, on behalf of the Department of English, Damdam Motijil College, we are organizing this career counseling program. I'm gonna say a few words regarding why should one study English literature. In the present age of cultural globalization, the field of humanities, and specifically English literature, has itself become interdisciplinary. A student living in the 21st century should imbibe the moral values imparted through literature. Literature, above all, enables us to have a comprehensive vision of life. It is inextricably related to the subtle nuances of human life. Literature is a vital record of what men have seen in life, what they have experienced of it, what they thought and felt about those aspects of it which have the most immediate and enduring interest for all of us. It is the interpretation of life as life shapes itself in the mind of the interpreter. We care for literature because we care for life. So, because we are interested in knowing the varied aspects of it, because we like to know how men and women live life and think about life. A great book grows out of life. In reading it, we are brought into large, close, and fresh relations with life. Literature yields aesthetic pleasure and appeals to people of all ages and climes. It lives by virtue of the life which it embodies and the way in which it is presented. It treats of personal reading of life, but it is elevated to a work of universal interest by virtue of its mode of treatment. Its language is connotative and evocative rather than referential and demonstrative. It takes the readers into an intimate and profound sense of things through various suggestions, nuances, and resonances. This explains why literature, like other forms of art, affect us subtly and profoundly. In the highly competitive global scenario of these days, the acquisition and learning of English has become essential. English has acclaimed the status of an international language. It is not merely the language of the people who inhabit the small island called England. This very aspect gives extra advantage or added advantage to the students of English in the global scenario. It can motivate a learner both instrumentally and integratively. The proficiency in English can be used as a tool or instrument to have a better prospect in the job market. It can also be used with the ulterior motive to integrate with the foreign culture via undertaking innovative research programs. It has ample scope and opportunity to develop the interpersonal skills of learners. English in a multilingual country like India can serve the purpose of a link language among our different provinces and at the same time can link us with the world outside. It also enjoys the privilege of an associate official language in all the union territories of India. So you can easily understand that if you come to study English literature, it will give you an access to all the different sectors of our job market. So you will automatically be in an advantageous position if you opt English as your UG curriculum. With this, I end my part, wishing you all a bright and prosperous career ahead. Thank you.
Now, Soham will be talking on specialties of studying English at Dum Dum Motichil College.
Namaskar. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all my esteemed colleagues and to me on the broadcast this afternoon. Before me, we had all our teachers, all our esteemed colleagues. They have explained to you what are the modalities of studying literature and what are the benefits and the risks of studying English literature, for that matter, why you should be studying English literature, and how you can proceed about it. Now there comes a huge question, like where to study. And in that, Dum Dum, a huge boost, an advantage, an absolute offering of certain facilities, if you will, that would help you gather and strengthen your skills both in literary and professional settings. For Dum Dum Motichil College, I would want to bring to the things that we take into consideration. First things first, we consider ourselves a huge family. We are a family together. We, the teachers and the students and our non-teaching staff, we consider ourselves a family. And if you are most welcome to join our family and to enrich and be nourished by it. But more concretely speaking, the stuff that actually makes up the family work together are the following. I would like to point out there are these specialities of English department of Dum Dum Motichil College. We have, number one, we have the most diverse student volume and the most amazing faculty members to support our students. We have a multicultural heterogeneous classroom where we have students from remote areas, we have first generation learners, and we also have urban localites who are equally benefiting from the classroom experience. We have tutorial classes, we have remedial classes, we have seminar modes, and we have debates, regular debates that we operate. We have creative writing competitions, and we have, theater productions. We have film screenings and discussions. We have excursions, which is a huge advantage and which is a huge point of attraction for all our existing students now. Like we are constantly planning when and how to plan our next excursion. More importantly speaking, on the professional side, we have an inclusive sort of pedagogy, which means all our teachers are extremely careful in trying to address all the problems that are faced by each and every student that comes to our department. We are responsible, the department is responsible for the well-being of each and every individual student. And thereby, we take huge interest in establishing an inclusive pedagogy. We have a personal and a career counseling, separate things. Like we have a personal, our students come over and they talk to us when they are not feeling so good. At the same time, they cannot be decisive about a lot of things regarding their career choices. Regarding any sort of counsel, our teachers are always available, always present and careful how to guide the individual student to their goal. We also have vocational training. We give soft skill development for job interviews. And we also have media communications, as our previous esteemed colleagues have mentioned. We have students who are going into journalistic writing and all sorts of journalistic endeavors. So we have media communication as part of our curriculum. We have soft skill training, as I just mentioned. But other than that, the most important aspect of studying English literature in Damdam Motichal College would be perhaps, and we would all agree to that, is our focus on critical thinking. Our interest in critical literacy and critical thinking by virtue of operating through texts and criticisms of texts is something that is going to benefit all of you when you join any sort of scenario which life brings you. Critical thinking is an absolute essential point which is highlighted multiple times in our National Education Policy 2020. Our new education policy is focused on training us into critical abilities so that we can become better citizens and we can contribute to the well-being of the country itself. So with that, I would want to repeat that we are one big family who's trying to get this working together. And as you join us, I can promise you that you will enjoy your time with us and you can have a great learning experience. With that, I will take my leave. Thank you. Namaskar. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Soham. Now I would request Shimoy Mondal to give an outline of different courses relating English, that is alternative English, compulsory English, communicative English, and general elective English.
Okay. Everyone, good afternoon to all my respected teachers and dear students also. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
okay.
you're audible.
So I'm here to talk about a few papers which we generally have. First and foremost, we are going to talk about the papers which we generally have either as compulsory English or as alternative English or elective English. So let me begin with the LCC or ENGL, which is also known as compulsory English. There is one thing to be noted by the students. You are supposed to keep in mind the abbreviations or the short forms of these papers, because it's very important for you to note it down. Otherwise, it can get confusing often. Okay, the first paper that I'm going to talk about, this is known as LCC, previously known as ENGL. This is actually the compulsory English paper, and this is meant for all the arts general stream students. Okay, this is taught in SEM 1 and SEM 2, and the total marks consisting in this paper is 75. 50 plus 25, total marks 75. Okay, I hope I'm clear in this paper. Now move on to next one. That one is AECC. I'm repeatedly telling you, kindly keep these short forms or abbreviations in mind because it will help you in understanding these papers. AECC stands for Ability Enhancement Compulsory Course, which is also known as MIL. This one is a compulsory paper which is taught in SEM 2, and this is also known as communicative English paper, and this is generally taken as internal paper, and there are the total marks allotted for this one is 25. Okay, so let's move on to the next, that is ENGM, or this is also known as alternative English. This paper is taught in the in semester 3rd and semester 4th, and it is generally taught to the arts general stream students who have already studied LCC in SEM 1 and SEM 2. They are the arts general stream students are going to study this paper in their 3rd and 4th stream. So the total marks for this paper is also 75. 50 plus 25, that is 75. So that's it for ENGM, which is also known as alternative English. So now come to the next one, that is elective general papers, or which is also known as ENGG. Okay, so ENGG, this one is taught throughout the semester 1 to semester 6 for the general students, and each paper in each semester consists of 75 marks. So that's it for all these papers. I hope I'm clear in letting you know all the abbreviations or the short forms of these papers. Kindly keep the short forms in mind, because it will help you in understanding the paper, whether it's compulsory or communicative English or alternative English. Thank you, everyone, all the teachers. I would like to give it over to our next teacher, Dr. Ratan Bhattacharya, the most senior most and respected teacher of our department. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Srimay. First of all, I will congratulate our IQAC, who is organizing this beautiful initiative taken by Dr. Kuntal and Devi Prasad, who are allowing us to talk about the department and to project it to the students and everyone. Overall, thanks goes to the principal, sir, because without him, his cooperation, this is not possible. Anyway, I already heard our teachers, our colleagues, all making it very clear that what we are going to do and what we plan to do. As I am allotted to talk about PG department in English, and here no other teacher touches this topic, so it's a big responsibility for me to summarize the total thing in 5 minutes, and that is very difficult because you know the journey that we started, it's long back after I had been the coordinator of NAC, first NAC organized, and I was the coordinator. That time I proposed postgraduate department to be introduced. And luckily, after that proposal by Principal Anil Guho, at that time he was the principal, and he introduced MA in English and Maths with me as the chairperson for English and Dr. Santosh Roy as the chairperson for Maths. So that was a glorious day for Motijil College, because it was almost very few college that time got postgraduate department. That's why we were very happy because Benjamin Disraeli was telling that university is basically a place of light, learning, and peace. So these 2-3 things are very important because we understood the broader definitions of education when English department can boast of postgraduate department. Now, what we have done, we started our journey in 2010. As time is very short, so I have to pass very swiftly to the next topics. At that time, we had only 20 seats. You'll be very happy to know that 20 seats, application was invited, and we got 450 applications for MA admission. It is a tremendous pressure, and we are very happy. We are not pressurized by the pressure, rather we are elated by the pressure. And this inspired us to again apply for increased seat. Then we got in the next year 30 seats, 35 seats. Again the craze. And in 2013, we got 45 seats, which is the highest in West Bengal State University for a PG department of a college. And our students were escalating, the number is escalating. And, you know, we had great response in the UGC-sponsored national seminar. That is the first seminar and the last seminar maybe. I don't know which other department have done. But that seminar was a historical seminar for Motijil College. We did many other seminars, college seminars, normal seminars, state seminars we have done. But this seminar was attended by the legendary figure Mahesh Dattani. And many teachers of West Bengal State University personally requested me to attend the seminar. And you will be happy that almost 150 teachers from all over India attended on the Eid day. That is the Eid day. And it was a successful seminar. And we started our journey very gloriously with the teachers proposing to talk in our department for our seminars and workshops. And among them, we have got professors like Anthony Johai, Shakespeare professor of Essex University. We have got Danish Javed, who is the very renowned Canadian film director of Indian origin. And he came to talk about drama in our department. And then we got Dr. Bandana Sharma of Jammu Vaishno Devi University. Then we got Amitabh Rai of Ravindranath University, Shakespeare professor. We got Dr. Devaraji Datta Cherikuri of Texas University. We have got Dr. Anuradha Bhattacharya of Chandigarh University, who is a Sahitya Academy awardee also. She came to our college. And we have got many other professors. I am almost forgetting many of the names right now because I have not taken a note of the names. But we got professors like Dushyanta Nimabat of Gujarat University. We have got Ami Upadhyay of Baba Saheb Ambedkar University. She is the VC now of Ambedkar University. So all of these teachers, they joined us. And even during the lockdown period, pandemic period, we have got enough support from the teachers all over India, including the professors of Reva University, including the professors of Annamalai University, Hyderabad, Gujarat, and even Shimla, Nainital. These all university teachers, they have participated in regular classes. They took regular classes during the pandemic situation. This is almost kind of extraordinary support for our English department because they knew about our department from those illustrious speakers who came to our college to give lectures, and they knew. And I am giving you one feedback of Danish Javed. When he went back, he visited 5 universities of India, including JNU, including Lucknow University, and he also came to our university, our college, PG department. And then he wrote that the response the students gave from PG was spectacular, and it is better than those I got from JNU or Aliyah University. Not Aliyah, Aligarh Muslim University. So this is a great achievement that I think milestone for our PG department. And now our teachers, illustrious teachers of our own department, they are also participating. They are also cooperating with us. Load pressure, work pressure is great for our English department. So in spite of that, they are always responding to us. Now the question is what we are doing here. We are also doing many things. First of all, most of the students that pass out of our PG department have got chance in any NET. And they have become professors of different colleges. One student who was, I was telling that don't get admission in our college. He forcibly did it, and then he got admitted, he got first class, then he got NET, then he got PhD, then he got even lectureship in the nearby college, Rabindranath Mahavidyalaya. So such kind of things happen. And you know, it is a college where even a poet like Sunil Ganguly was our student. So naturally, we can boast of this kind of thing, that our students are always supporting us. Our students are always with us, and they give our name globally, nationally, and state-wise. So I think this is the academic extension. And what we do, you know, West Bengal State University syllabus is we are now following. But at one time, we were doing autonomous syllabus. Our syllabus, we made ourselves. And that time, we made it, framed it according to the NET requirement. So that's why many of the students of our department got NET very easily. And because we almost gave them a training during our MA course. So all the topics that you mentioned, we do, especially in our syllabus. And even beside that, we have taught the students on language studies, phonetics, philology, and we do English in India, and we do sociolinguistics, we do fiction, native, and even non-fictional prose, myth, literature, and transcreation. This is very important because translation is now coming out as a very prominent, dominant area, and we are doing this. And in semester 2, we are doing Shakespeare and Elizabethan period, and in semester 3, we are coming up with the very important areas from the modern period, because we are doing 19th century fiction, 20th century fiction. Along with that, we are doing that African, Australian, women's studies, postmodernism, post-colonialism, theories of gender, and all these things we are doing. So I think this American literature is at one time was our very strong area, and our students did many term papers during that period. I think all the term papers are worthy of being published in journals. And that time our department published a journal that is called Literary Confluence, and it was also included in the UGC care list. And many contributed to it. And you know, many of the professors of Gujarat, Babasaheb Ambedkar, and one very interesting point here I will mention, that Ami Upadhyay, who is the VC of Babasaheb Ambedkar University, she was at that time a lecturer. And she told me that you published one paper for my promotion. So that kind of thing happened in our journal. And many professors who were at that time very novice, very new, including Nivedita Mukherjee of Bankura University, including, I can tell the names even, many other professors who came to give one lecture, one paper publishing is needed for their promotion, etc. That time they came and they published papers, and today they are all established professors, all renowned professors, even teaching in universities. So our PG English department has an illustrious history, and I think it will continue with the support from the departmental teachers and teachers from outside. And our students are very cooperative, very enthusiastic, and each time whenever we do any festival, we do any fest, it is published in the newspapers. And not because I wanted it, because the newspaper reporters, they came here and they did it. So thank you very much to share my views on PG, because last speaker has some facility, some advantage, because he has no end to end. So naturally, I took the advantage of that. Thank you so much. And all the smiling faces here with me. And I know that smile is the best carve that can repair all the carves in our life. That is the most important thing. And smiles, you know, the longest word in English literature, because smile is means there are the initial S and the final S of smiles are hyphenated by 1 mile. So naturally, smile is the longest word. Our department will be full of smiles with the students. We are not very informal. We are not very formal with our students. We are very friendly. We are, I think, we are following the guide that a teacher is a friend, philosopher, and a guide. And this dictum will be followed by our teachers, and our department is following this. So I think our department is very successful. Thank you so much. And I again thank the IQAC, Dr. Kuntol, and especially those who are organizing this kind of thing. And I thank very much our principal, sir, who is helping us in each step. Because, you know, in PG, it's a very difficult, because we have no registrar, we have no controller, we have nothing. We have nothing. We are all everything. We are all made all in one, that kind of thing. So there only principal can help us, and principal support is very great. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Professor Ratan Bhattacharya and other speakers in this career program, counseling program. And I think we have reached at the very end of the stipulated time. And thank you all. And I again like to thank Dr. Kuntal Vishwas, Subhanjana, and Devi Prasad Bhattacharya for cooperating with us to organize this program. And finally, the head one, the head of the institution, that is Pradipta Gupta Roy. I offer my thanks to him also. And here we come to the end of the program. Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for beautiful
everyone.
speech, beautiful deliberations. I thank you all.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone.